Hello YouTube, this is MT Shark 7 here, and this is the second part of my game hunting video from last time. And mostly because I ended up picking up a couple games, literally a couple games, when I drove back from Virginia. And now as you can tell, I'm back home. So I passed a thrift store last month when I was out, and it was like kind of like last minute, like I didn't recognize it till after I passed it, which always seems to be the case when I'm driving on Route 13. And this time I was like, I can't miss it. It's right by the light. And so this time I didn't miss it. And so I go in this antique store, and this old guy's like working there. And I asked him, I was like, do you have any video games? And he's like, no, we don't sell video games, but there's a game store next door that has video games. I was like, oh, wow, I didn't notice there was a game store. And reason being is because the game store must be shutting down, or is in the middle of shutting down, because I look inside and it's like basically bare bones, and there's not even like a main sign out front. So I was like, well, that's a lie. So in the same plaza they have a Shell station, so I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna fill up so to last me the rest of the way home. So I go to fill up, and I go inside the little store they have at the Shell station, and I go to use the bathroom, and I come out, and I'm like, oh, wow, there's like an antique store like attached to this little Shell station. It's like kind of like a mini like mall, like mart sort of thing. And first thing I notice is like they have video games in like these like cases. So I'm like, oh, cool. So I go in there and I check out the games, and there's like tons of games in this area, and it's kind of weird. Like their prices range from outrageous to reasonable. Like they had Mega Man 3 for like $45. I was like, Jesus Christ, it's not Mega Man 5 or 6 or whatever, which Mega Man the original that's worth that much. It's Mega Man 3 for fuck's sake. So they had some reasonable games, so I picked up like a couple. Didn't want to go all gung-ho over there. So I asked the woman, like, oh, can I see some games? And I ended up picking up a couple Saturn games. And I asked them if they did like any like bundling deals, and she said they hold their games from an outside vendor, and I would have to ask the vendor if he was there. And I asked her, I was like, well, when does the vendor come in? And she's like, it's very random. Like, he comes in whenever he feels like it. I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. And she's like, yeah, I agree. So, and she was nice. She let me check the discs to make sure they're in good condition. So, I ended up getting a brand new Sega Saturn game, NHL 97, which my friend used to have, and we used to play the hell out of this game back in the day. And to find this brand new, got it for like $8 brand new, which I guess is reasonable. My stupid price charting app was acting finicky and decided not to work, because sometimes my phone, like when it has like pending updates, it'll like block data coming in, so I had to actually turn off the phone and restart it. Just fucking stupid. So I was like, oh, I was in the middle of doing that, so I figured it was reasonable. Got NHL 97, Sega Saturn, brand new. I never seen a Sega Saturn game brand new. And I'm going to try to make this short since it's only 2 games. And next up, I picked up Magic Carpet for the Saturn, which this game is kind of weird. So I got that, and the game is like in like near perfect condition. So just has that little crack there. I don't remember that crack there. Son of a bitch. Well, the front's good, so whatever. These cases are a pain in the ass sometimes. And this was like $15, which I think is reasonable for this game, since it's like sort of uncommon. So there you have it. Quick video to continuation from last week. Well, not last week, from the game hunting version 2. So yeah, that's it. 5-minute quick video, and have a good day. MT Shark 7 signing out.